Nice. In a world awakening. Everybody say, I am. I am waking up. Hello. So I'll tell you a story. Let me read for you, first of all, a quote. Today's title of today's talk is entitled Nurturing the Ground of Being. And the subheading to that talk is Seed, Soul, and Plant. Yes? We're used to the idea of seed, soil, and plant. But what you are is something greater than any other thing that has ever been planted throughout the course of all time. What you are is something greater than any other thing that has ever been planted throughout the course of all time. And so we need to figure out, if that's the truth of what I am, how do I nurture that ground of being? If the seed of God is in me, how do I nurture that ground of being? And one of my favorite people in time is Meister Eckhart. Meister Eckhart lived from 1230 to, is actual 1260 to 1328, so in the 13th century. And we, in our version of New Thought, we love the philosopher Ernest Holmes. And Ernest Holmes says at the beginning of the lessons that he taught for his life, these lessons are dedicated to that truth which frees man from himself, that sets him on the pathway of a new beginning, what enables him to see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality, to see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality. Well, Meister Eckhart was one of those souls who saw through the mist. He saw through the mist. He saw the unity of all life. He saw the reality of his own soul. He saw the gift of the life of Jesus. He saw the whole thing. And in the 13th century, you weren't allowed to be seeing things on your own. You were only supposed to see things with and through the Pope or the church or whoever was in charge. So when you saw things on your own and proclaimed things as truth that were not supported by either the king, the queen, the court, or the Pope, depending on what part of the world you were living in, usually you got put to death, and usually not in a very nice way. Fortunately for Meister Eckhart, although he was accused of being a heretic and was put in prison and was under trial, he managed to pass away before they ever got to that part. So if you're going to wake up and see through the mist, you may as well not stay in the muck and move on before it gets too funky, yeah? So that was the story of his life. But here's one of the great things that he said that is really, really something. He says, the seed of God is in us. The seed of God is in us. And given an intelligent, hardworking farmer, okay, the seed of God is within us. So he now is saying each one of us is capable of being an intelligent, hardworking farmer. Yes? So in your mind's eye, you're willing to consider yourself a farmer in God today? Right? Seed, soil, and plant. Are you going to work with God's seed, soil, and plant? Yes? So if you're an intelligent, hardworking farmer, it will thrive. The seed of God is in us. Given an intelligent, hardworking farmer, it will thrive and grow up to God, whose seed it is. Given an intelligent, hardworking farmer, the seed that you are will grow up to become the God that you are. Yes? And accordingly, its fruits will be God nature. Pear seeds grow into pears, nut seeds into nut trees, and God seeds into God. Whoa. Turn to somebody and say, I am the seed of God. Yeah, you are the seed of God. So how is it that you nurture that being? Do you really think that, so let's move on to stuff we talked about last week. Beloved, I wish above all things, this is in John 1:11, John 2:111. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. I wish that you would prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. Okay, now wait. So that means if I'm the seed of God, yes, that somewhere this high idea of the seed of God is the truth about me, yes? Everybody say it's the truth about me. Yes. It's the truth about me, yes? If it's true for Dr. Harry, it's true for me. Say that. If it's true for Dr. Harry, it's true for me. If it's true for Jesus, it's true for me. If it's true for Mother Teresa, it's true for me. If it's true for Nelson Mandela, it's true for me. Do you see, God does not pick race, color, creed, nature, ways of being. That's not how God works it, right? Because God could not diminish itself at any level by saying you're less than at any level. The seed of God is a God seed no matter what flavor you are. Do you see that? And that seed is 100% God and is 100% whole, and it is already prospering. It is born in the image and likeness of the One. Yes? So what we then know is there's a part of me that's whole, complete, and perfect. Hi, Diana. We got a certificate for you. You just missed it. Reverend Trish will get it for you. We have within us this capability to rise up to this level of exalted being. Is that making sense? So it's not that we're always in this exalted state, but we have the capacity to be in this exalted state. Yes? So again, Meister Eckhart says the soul has two faces. This is the part of you that's already prospering, right? It's not worried. It's not afraid. It is gazing at the glory of God. Have you ever in your personal self gazed at the glory of God? You've seen a sunset, a sunrise, seen a baby made you cry, had a love affair that moved you, had something passionate happen that opened you up hugely that you were gazing at God, yes? So you know that you can, in your body, actually gaze at God. And you've had moments when you've done that, yes? So then, the soul then is always doing that. It's you that went for a walk. Do you see that? If the soul didn't go anywhere, Brother Lawrence said, I had you at the front of the boat, I lost you by the back of the boat. Right? Where did it go in that 50 feet? You know, it didn't go anywhere. It's there. You went away. Where'd you go? You went into your fears. You went into your doubts. You went into your worries. You went into your limitations. Right? Ooh, I have an ache. Ooh, God, ooh, an ache. Ooh, God. Oh, I hope that's, I hope that ache's not, what if that ache was in my heart? Oh my God. Oh my God. And you go, oh no, it was a muscle. Sorry. You set yourself on a whole heart attack and nothing happened except you had an ache. Right? That's where we leave God. God's not doing that. God doesn't like go, oh shoot, what something went wrong. What happened? The clouds go over the sun. It goes, oh no, what happened to my son? Is that what happens? No, it's always there. So how is it that I nurture this thing of being? Well, now here's another thing Meister Eckhart said. No wonder they threw him in jail. Jesus might have said, I became a man for you. If you not become God for me, you wrong me. I became a man for you. And he said, these things and more shall ye do. These things and more shall ye do. I did this for you to show you what you are. Now, if you don't reach up to who you are, then you don't even acknowledge that I did anything. Do you see that? It's like, I need to reach up the way the Master told me to reach up because he came to show me that I could reach up. Now, I saw a coyote yesterday on the path. Coyotes are getting quite brave these days because they live around humans all the time. So I had to actually raise my voice and get big and make a growling noise and everything for the coyote to go away. But that coyote does not have the opportunity to go, I forgot my Godhead today. He's a coyote. Coyotes will do what coyotes do, and according to coyote nature, right? But you're not a coyote. Or are you anything other than the I am presence itself? I am the way, the light, and the truth, and no one gets unto the Father except through me. I am. My soul is born in the image of God, and everyone's soul is born in the image of God. And only as you go to your soul can you break through and become an enlightened being. And what God is working for is enlightened beings on the earth. Otherwise, he would have nothing but coyotes here. Do you see it? The animals do not have the opportunity to wake up. They can evolve, right? Some of you have pets that are dogs that you know are super dogs, I've had golden retrievers for 40 years in my life, and only one of them, I think, ascended. But ascended to whatever's next after dog. But he sure did dog really well. Do you follow? And he doesn't have that freedom to choose, that volition to say, where is this I am that I am? Where is this truth of my being? And can I call it in to my life? The answer is you can. You definitely can. Jesus said this, and this is one of my favorite lines. I'll use it at Easter. I'll use it again and again and again because it's the thing that we wish that we would penetrate. It's the thing that we wish we didn't just hear the ideas, but that we penetrated them, that we embodied them, that we took them all the way in to our heart. Right? And this is why this walk is so important. And this is why people like me speak and lecture and talk about these things for 26 and 27 and 28 years and counting. Because no, we have not heard yet, because although I am waking up, if I am waking up by myself, it will be a very lonely place. Do you see that? If I wake up to the glory of God and nobody else sees the glory of God with me, what do you think I'm going to want to do? What? Be a coyote. Not quite. If I am seeing the glory of God and you are not, what do you think I'm wanting to do? Share it. Could you imagine the glory of God wanting to withhold itself from anyone or anything? That's why he created you in its image, that you could see what you are. Oh, that you would experience what you are, that you would glorify in what you are, and then that you would bring that glory to all creation. I'm telling you, Al Sidwell knows, I can commune with lizards, and I do. Because they stop and they do a little dance for me, and I talk to them, and they say, oh, you're talking to me. Right? Why? Because all life responds. All life responds. But are you being the place that's nurturing that response? Are you being the place that is looking, what is my soul doing right now? It's gazing at the glory of God. What am I doing right now? I am gazing at the glory of God. But only because I'm nurturing my soul and I have the wisdom to look out and see, look at the glory of God in front of my face today. Look at the glory of God revealing itself to itself, through itself, in front of me today. And if you actually went into your day with that attitude in your morning, you will have already seen miracles before you got here. Even if they're little miracles, like your cat purring or the dog wagging its tail, or the hummingbird flying by, or the flower glistening in the sun. Are you seeing it? Are you opening your eyes to it? Are you nurturing the ground of your own being? Behold, I am. I am the glory of God. Behold, I am the glory of God. Do you realize that unless you hold yourself in that light, you'll never see it? If you believe you're the wrong color, the wrong sex, the wrong age, the wrong way of being, you got too many habits, it's too late for you, it's all over, then that must be your reality. But it's not the reality of your soul. And it's not the reality that you were created to be. And you are free to discover that reality and nurture the ground of your own being. You are ready. So here's the line. Jesus says, I have come that all may be made one. Like thou, the Father, art in me. The Father art in me. I in thee. I am in the presence, and the presence is in me. And that they may be one in us, that everyone may be in this together. I in them, they in me, and they may be perfect in the one. Those are his words. He was not talking about tuna sandwiches. He was not talking about two-ness in any way. He was talking about oneness. The oneness of all life, the equality of all life, the gift of the soul given to every living soul. How about Howard McBroom today in his Spiritual Mind Treatment and Welcome? First time he's ever done a public welcome in this center in all the years he's been here. Good job today, Howard, yeah? And what did he tell us last week? He said love and compassion are two sides of the same thing. You can't have one with the other. Be mindful who you're looking at. There is the soul of God. And the soul of God has wisdom always, all the time, in all its various forms. Yes? But if we are not looking with those eyes, we will judge. I mean, I have heard the most horrible stories. It's to me the most and I will use the word un-American thing I've ever heard of in my life. I heard of some business executives. One was Jewish, one was Caucasian, and one was Korean. And they were gathering in Florida. One was Jewish, one was Caucasian, one was Korean. They were having a business meeting at a convention in Florida. They walk outside of the restaurant, and somebody yells at them, "Get out of my country." What the heck? What the heck? What? Did you not see God in each of those souls? Did you not know God is present in everyone? Did you not know you can't diminish somebody, because the moment you do that, you are diminishing yourself by law? And doesn't that turn your compassion juice on? When people are so blind that they would diminish themselves out of their own ignorance. Oh boy, I want to turn my light on. I want to practice how it is to be awake in the world. Because what part of unity do you not understand? One God, one life, one truth, belonging to all people everywhere present. It has no borders. It has no color. It has no sex. It has no definition. And it doesn't quietly care what you do with your personal habits. It's your business. So long as you're bringing more life, you're bringing more life. Are you a lover of the world? Are you seeking to bring more life? Are you seeking to do better? Are you seeking to grow yourself into this great soul that you are? Are you nurturing the ground of your own being? And how can you nurture the ground of your own being? And here's the key. You must nurture the ground of your own being with your own thought. Whoa. I thought you were going to say something really complicated, Dr. Harry. No, you nurture the ground of your own being with your own thought. What are you doing with your own thought? And so now you say, you take Meister Eckhart's, Jesus' line, I and the Father are one, you and I are one, I and we are one, you and the Father are one, we are all one. One life, one presence, one truth. You take Meister Eckhart's line, the soul is gazing at the glory of God. And then you go to Thich Nhat Hanh. Oh, how could Thich Nhat Hanh be telling truth on this platform? Because he's a Buddhist. What part of oneness did you not understand? God is a Buddhist, and God is a Muslim, and God is a Christian, and God is an atheist, and God is a New Thought person. And God is with you whether you believe it or not. God is in all, as all, through all. What part of this are we not hearing? What part of it do I want to believe in that I'm not believing? Do you not believe God is everywhere present? Do you not believe it's in everything? Do you not believe you have the authority to look through the mist and see the God that's happening right now? Wow, and that's how you nurture the ground of your own being. By demanding upon it, by asking and seeking and knocking that it be revealed unto me, that I am interested in my immortal life, and that I am more interested in my immortal life than I am in anything that I could get in this life. But it's not interested in dying that I may know my immortal life. That would be really bad, and that's what people have set themselves up for. Never mind, it'll come later. Never mind, there's no life now. Never mind, the eternal is not gazing now. No. I stopped the religions in the past not to separate myself from them, but to say only that which is true, and that which is not true is not true. And so from any religion, you are free to take the best and leave the rest behind. And I believe there's divinity in every religion on the planet. I even believe there's divinity in people who don't believe in divinity. And I see it in them. And one day they'll be free of that limited thought too. And it's okay if you can see the divinity now. So Thich Nhat Hanh says, don't lose yourself in the past. Do not lose yourself in the future. Do not get caught in your angers, worries, or fears. Anxiety, the illness of our times, comes primarily from our inability to dwell in the present moment. If in our heart we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free. Wow. So there's another line from Meister Eckhart. He says, the more you have, the less you have. The more you have, the less you have. The more you know that I am one with the one, that infinite good is mine, that is responding to me by corresponding to me, that I expect miracles, that I'm bringing forth love, and expecting the response of that love to be more love. The more I bring forth that idea, the more I live with that idea, the less things I'm attached to. The less I need something outside of myself to make me whole. So he says, the more you have, the less you have. The more you have of this inner knowledge, the more you have of the wisdom of who you are, the more you have of the gift of your own immortality and your security in life, the more you trust the onward, awakening, forward, progression, spiral of evolution and support it, the more you align yourself with it. The more you do that, the more you become that you don't need so much things outside yourself. And surprisingly enough, you find that this prosperity that we talk about is all of a sudden there. Because you're not chasing things you don't need. You're not chasing things that aren't really yours. You're not chasing things that don't identify with who your soul is. You start only chasing those things which have meaning and value to you. And that means all the rest of that stuff is left for people who those things have meaning and value. There is more than enough of everything to go around. There is, in fact, a world that works for everybody. But that world that works for everybody must be revealed by you and me as the light workers. Because the world that works for everybody is a world enlightened. It's not a world endarkened. It's a world enlightened. So that enlightenment must come into the world through you and me. We are the hands and feet of God in the world. We are the place where those who can see through the mist are seeing and bringing forth a new day and a new dawn. It's a new day and a new dawn that has always been there, but it's been waiting for us to wake up. It's been waiting for us to see through the mist. It's been waiting for us to stand in the light of truth all the time. And so in the midst of this rising fear and the ugliness of prejudice, I stand in a different place. I stand and I see each and all as the glory of God. I know that that's the truth because my soul sees it. And I am listening to the I am that I am. And yes, the soul has two faces. One gazes at the glory of God. The other is directing you. Your high self is trying to guide you. It's trying to say, Alcid, sit down, don't freak out, I'll show you where the painting is. And Alcid in his personal self says, no, I need to freak out for at least an hour and a half and at least go through the motions 18 times. And then I'll stop freaking out. And the moment he says, I'm not freaked anymore, God says, would you like your passport? Do you see how that works? We have to match it. We move ourselves to it. We're not asking it to fit into our little world. We are seeking to be. Can you imagine God being tense? Oh my God. Oh my God, the dawn is coming. Oh my God, how am I going to create a whole new day? Oh, Jesus. Do you follow? There's no tension in God. Tension is contrary to the flow of divine nature. Behold, there's a place within me. So this nurturing of the divine being, for me it is the I am. For me there's no higher name for God. The I am that is that I am, and that I am that I am one with it. It is stretching to my soul at the very least. And yet there have been times when I have gazed directly from my humanhood, from the heart of my humanity, that I have gazed at the glory of God. So I know my soul can see, and I choose to be with it. And so Jesus said, there's a place you have to go in order to nurture yourself in the true nature of your own being. And he called that place the secret place of the Most High. The secret place of the Most High is in his own soul, Ernest says, where God dwells in infinite peace and in eternal calm. So we begin to pay attention to this thing called intuition. This thing called the I am that is gazing at God all the time, that's seeking to show me how to reveal the lotus flower of my own existence, the glory of God that is the I am that I am, which I certainly do not know how to reveal on my own. But in tune with this I am, seeking, asking, knocking, staying in communion with it, then there's an opportunity for that soul to shine through. And when that soul shines through, behold, the presence of God is in earth, as me. Behold, the presence of God in his earth, as you. When that shines through. So what is the easiest way? How can I help you today to enter into that place more often, more frequently, and to walk with it and to talk with it? How can I help you today to do that? And I say, out of the wonderful lineage of Ernest Holmes, this great soul who was not, considered himself not an original thinker, but one who saw truth wherever he saw it and rang the bell. That's true, that's true, that's true, that's true. So you synthesize all of those things down to some common place where I can nurture the ground of my being in a way that I understand how to do it. And for me, it comes down to this line. You were born to have fun living. How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you noticing when you have fun? Are you aiming to have fun? Are you intending to have fun? Are you expecting fun? You're born to have fun living. Your life is a joy. Joy is God, direct. You're born to have fun. Ooh. Are you in the, how you doing? Are you anywhere near 50% fun? Are you anywhere near there? How you doing with fun? Nurture your soul. Go have some fun. But you see, this fun is not selfish. It's not egotistical. It's not robbing from anybody, because the fun has now something goes with it. You're born to have fun living, to constantly commune with the presence that is within and around you. That is within and around you. How are you doing? Are you communing? Are you having fun communing? Because communing should be fun. It's not supposed to be hard work. It's supposed to be fun. I want to connect with my soul, which is already gazing at glory. I think that should be fun. I want to gaze some more glory. That sounds fun, yes? To constantly commune with the presence that is within and around us, and to grow and expand forever, which is the lotus flower. To let this Christ of you, this Buddha of you, this awakened glory of God as you, shine through. And you do it by having fun and communing. Do you see that you can't have fun and commune without going into gratitude? See how that works? If I'm having fun and I'm communing, the first thing I would be saying is, wow, this is fun, thank you, right? You're already in a new space. Yeah? Nurture the ground of your being. Seed soul. And that will bring forth the fruits of your life, the plants of your life. Nurturing the ground of who you really are. Nurturing the ground of your being. My God, I am created as the beloved of the Most High. No greater gift could ever be given, and no deeper exploration could ever be entered into. Behold, you have entered the secret place of the Most High. Go there often, and then come out of your secret place and share your light with the world. And this I know for sure. Wherever you are in your journey, whether you're facing the most difficult challenge you've ever faced, or whether you're looking at embodying a greater good than you've ever made room for before, everything's going to work out just fine. And I invite you to think on these things as together we explore the possibilities. Namaste. Thank you. Bless you, bless you. Thank you, thank you. So let me invite the ushers to come forward as we're going to enter into treatment on this day. So, the wonderful song, I know James Taylor made a hit out of it, but I'm not sure he was the writer. It says, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. And so we today have looked into the nature of being. And the deeper we look, the farthest we can possibly see, we see the glory of the soul. And the soul has one name. It is I am. And your soul knows I am. And your soul is I am. Your soul proclaims I am. And its own unique I amness, its unique expression in the world. Oh, I have come that thou might have life and have it more abundantly, and that's the truth of the I am that I am. It has come forth into my conscious awareness that I may have life and have it more abundantly. And that I may share this light of the awakening self of the Christ, the Atman, the Buddha, with each and all who enter into my experience. And that I may perceive that truth in them, that their Christ may awaken the Christ within me. And that the holy union shall be birthed forth as all that I am, right here and right now. Something good is happening here. Something wonderful is happening in my own soul. And today I see it, I feel it, I open to it. And I proclaim it in a new way. And for this new level of holy peace and holy good in all that is my life, I am filled with praise and thanksgiving. And I let go and let God, expecting the best. And I let it be, as together we declare, and so it is. Thank you.